Remember to subscribe, click the bell to receive notifications, and visit WayneD.com.
Hey there everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website, WayneD.com. We're looking at Rory McIlroy. I've done a few videos on Rory over the years, and this is the most recent swing on the right. This is 2016 on the left, so that's about 2.5 years ago. I wanted to go over a little bit of a difference that you'll see now. The camera angles are pretty close. Maybe a little different, but anyway, you'll see these lines that I've already drawn, and the reason that I put them there is that I wanted to focus on what I think is really one of the main factors in what these great ball strikers are doing these days. So take a look at in the downswing where the posture and the shoulder angle and the upper trunk angle is at impact and a follow through. So take a look at these lines. Now these aren't obviously super exact, but they're pretty close. So I'm getting about from the tip of the right shoulder to the waist about 30 degrees, and if we look up at the shoulder angle, it's in the around mid 50s, 55. So we got the same exact thing over here. In 16. So I think for most people of normal physical ability that this is one of the most difficult things to accomplish. It's the depth of the hips and the amount of bend with the head staying out over the ball. So these cameras aren't fixed. In fact, the one on this side is. So you can see a little bit about what the head is doing here. It's going to stay put. It's going to actually move a little forward in transition. So you can see he's going to bend into this shot, and then when he ducks his chin under, the head comes back. But look where that forehead is. And again, the camera's a little off on the ball line, but we can still, since it's fixed over here in 16, we can still watch the lower body. Just look how nicely it's back. And look at that bend where the head is there. Same thing over here. Now I teach a lot, so if I put someone in this follow-through position, it's most of the time their body just isn't going to handle that. It's like it's so foreign to be that tipped over past impact. But that's what gives it such a beautiful look to it too. Now, as for the difference in the swings, one of the website guys texted me and said, Roy's swing looks kind of different. And if you take a look at the finish of the backswing here, this is what I see. So over here on the left, he did this with a couple of swings. You'll see at the end of the backswing that little bit of a right arm pullback and a little more wrist set here when that right arm pulls back this way. Just would cause the club to slightly cross the line. So we know this is across the line here. So if you look where the feet are, when the club is pointed to the right and it's short of parallel, you know that if it went further, it would be going more, the club head would be going more this way. So it would, if he did get that parallel to the ground at the top of the swing, then the club would definitely be crossed. And if you look at his swings over time, you can see that he kind of goes back and forth between pointing the club a little more left and not. So over here, to me, as it's going up, he firms his wrists up a little bit. He does not pull his right shoulder back quite as much. And the rest of the move is pretty much the same. So if we look at, let's go way back. There's a swing from 2010. Again, you can see the fuller set. This club looks like it's pretty, just a tiny bit across, but not much. And we'll go over to, this is 2011. You can see that looks pretty nice there. Here's a 2014. There's got that little tick to the right at the top. Here's another 14. So Rory's always had the out move to start the swing. Just a little roll of the left shoulder works a little more out, hands look a little away from the body. He still has that, as you can see. But you can also see that the club head is not quite as far out. So if he finished the swing there, it would look a little more like the one on the right, but watch the rest of it. So that's just a bit of a pattern of him. Now Rory's got most of the people that I teach, when the grip handle drops back, the right arm just gets trapped behind the side and it's all sorts of trouble. But Rory's got the ability, even as he drops that arm a little bit, now that right arm is going to go right in front of him. So that great pivot movement allows him to adduct that right arm and not get it stuck and get through it better than most, as people would say. Here's a swing from 17. So again, there's one with less of that cross the line look. I like that. And then if we go over to here's another one from 17. It's a nice picture here. So again, here the takeaway, a little bit less out away from him, a little more right up the plane. So again, I think we're seeing it just a little shorter over here on the right. Here's another, here's a short iron shot. So I kind of like that. I think that's a good change for him. I think it's gotten him a little cleaner looking at the top. If the club doesn't tweak across, it doesn't have as far to shift the shaft. So the shaft might be less inclined to get behind him on the downswing. You see that looks real nice there. But really, I think on the follow through, when you look at these swings, if you look at that, if you look at the way he's bent over, that's pretty cool. All right.